Hey everyone, welcome back to GoKickMe, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have a bit of a different video. Today, instead of talking about a crowdfunding product, we're going to talk about a product. So this is a smart suitcase, interesting suitcase that I actually got marketed to me through YouTube pre-roll ads. So as you guys know, I watch a lot of YouTube. Not only do I have this YouTube channel, I actually work in the field of YouTube. And I tend to pay attention to the ads more than most people do, maybe. And I got targeted with a pretty good one. So this is a suitcase with a difference, of course. And let's talk about this, and we'll talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and also how it compares to other suitcases that I've reviewed. So first of all, yes, I actually do quite a lot of these things. This one is from about a month ago. Not too many people watched it. Some of the ones I do, okay, let's give it a like. Some of the ones I do are a little bit more popular. This one had a charging thing, and it had like a scale in the handle, etc., etc. But as always, I thought it was maybe too expensive. As always. Anyway, this one, the Rollogo Escape, is similar in that it has a charging, a removable battery to charge your electronics while you're on the go, etc. 8,000 milliamp hour, which is relatively big. Not that big, but it's big. Durable battery life, FCC compliant, yada yada yada. Standard USB ports, 2 of them, which I guess are just straight on here. And it comes with a cable, and it has a bunch of other stuff. So let's watch the video really briefly. There's one particular feature I like about it, which is the fact that these wheels apparently will charge your battery while you're rolling. Super loud, sorry about that. I guess because it's an embedded player, I can't really stop it. Okay, this is all kind of normal stuff. Anti-theft sensor. So apparently it's like, uses Bluetooth. If it's too far away from the connected phone, it starts beeping or something. Not exactly anti-theft sensor. So yeah, here it is. Power generating spinner wheels. So this is interesting. Apparently, as you roll this thing, it's generating electricity to charge your battery. So, is that feasible? Is that realistic? Well, let's talk about that after we finish the video. Okay, so it has this water-repellent fabric. It's not a hard case. Okay, it's got the smart component compartments. The toiletry bag thing fits in the little bottom. That's interesting. So, I mean, from a design point of view, it looks pretty decent. All these little placements for everything. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Personally, first of all, I don't really like the soft fabric. I think it's going to get trashed. If you do check this thing in, it could get pretty trashed and get dirty. It's water repellent, supposedly easy to wipe off, but okay, stop. But yeah, and that's not so great. Design-wise, though, okay, so what's this thing? They don't even talk about it here. Let's see if they talk about it a little bit lower down. Yeah, this is the Smart Garment Bag, and I actually found another video which describes the thing too. So this is like a review, I guess, quasi-review. Someone took stock footage and basically, so whatever this is, Newswatch TV, this guy is sort of giving a review, but he's just using the footage provided by them. So I doubt he's ever touched this thing.
Rollogo is the only brand that provides designer luggage fused with technology. Their premier suitcase,
maybe not the only,
Escape, is a perfect blend of style and efficient technology. This rugged yet...
Okay, so one of the interesting things is, I know exactly where this is. This is in Wan Chai here in Hong Kong. As you guys know, I live in Hong Kong. A lot of these crowdfunding projects come out of Hong Kong because they're made across the border in China. So everybody and his brother is getting a co-working space in Hong Kong, coming up with a product, and then trying to sell it online. In this case, at least not doing a crowdfunding. So anyway, this is near the convention center.
Generating spinner wheels. At only a walking speed, it can provide power on par with a 1A wall adapter.
So they actually list out walking speed will give you enough power for a 1 amp, equivalent to a 1 amp wall adapter, which would be basically
The
5
detachable
watts.
smart power bank stores the electricity generated by the wheels, allowing you to then power up your devices. The power bank is equipped with Bluetooth, and the accompanying Rollogo app can trace the escape's location, ensuring it's never stolen or lost. The water-repellent fabric makes this a robust choice.
Yeah, okay, robust, yes. And it's got the little compartment, and that's a great way to get your glasses smashed. But okay, so here's the garment bag thing.
Additional features include an innovative suit compartment, easy access magazine.
Yeah, so that's it. That's like the suit compartment that sort of clips onto the back. What's up with that? I don't think I like that. Where is it? Here it is. So I guess if you're checking, I mean, if you're carrying on, it's okay, but definitely you wouldn't want to check it in. There's no way to put this inside, is there? Yeah, so, yeah, and then this is the toiletry bag that sort of fits on the bottom. Okay, that's great. You can access all your stuff just by flipping this thing over, and then you can get it without having to open the whole thing. I guess that's good. Yeah, fabric. Oh, this is just that's kind of an inelegant solution, I guess. Well, I guess you could sort of carry it by the handle if you didn't want to have it go with your check-in baggage. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about that stat there. So they actually mention it here somewhere else, but it gives you the equivalent of walking. Yeah. Any more detail? Yeah, this is just it. So it basically gives you the equivalent power of a 1 amp wall adapter while you are walking at normal walking speed. So first of all, I wanted to just double check that. I'm a little rusty on my stuff. So first of all, power is equal to voltage times current. So I is current. So what they're saying is basically you can get 5 volts, which is what USB runs at, and 1 amp when you are dragging this little thing with the little generator wheels. So you get something along the lines of 5 watts. Okay, so that's interesting. And now what is that equivalent to if a person is walking? So this one's a little bit harder to say, but first of all I looked up what's normal walking speed, which is something like 1.4 meters per second. Okay, so 1.4 meters per second, you can actually find almost anything on the internet. If you put it into here, that's the speed you're going, 4.1 meters per second. If you are pushing a weight, you can basically get power is equal to power is equal to energy divided by time, or energy is equal to distance times time, force times distance, I should say. Boy, I'm getting rusty. So anyhow, if you put in a weight of 1 kilogram and a 1.4 meters per second, you get 14 watts, or 14 joules of energy, or 14 watts over time, right? So, yeah. Okay. So that means if I'm pushing a 1 kilogram weight with the same amount of, with like the equivalent, if I'm lifting up a 1 kilogram weight at walking speed, that gives me 14 watts. I only need to get 5 to my thingamajig. So if I use basically 1/3 of this, 1/3 of this. So in other words, I could either be walking slower, or if my weight was something like, let's say that. Okay, now we're in the range. So it's equivalent to pushing, that's like what? 0.4 kilograms is like a 1 pound weight. So 1 pound weight at like walking speed, lifting it at that kind of speed. How does that work? Does that work? Yeah, that works, I guess. You know, because this wheels aren't going to be 100%. You will get some exercise out of it. Actually, as a frequent traveler, I have to say, like, the only reason why this sort of makes sense to me as a feasible thing to actually charge the batteries, because, like, if you ever look at how far you actually have to walk with your little wheelie suitcase, going all the way to your gate and back, yeah, it could be several kilometers. So, that's like running your battery off, or let's say it takes you 20 minutes to walk to your gate, of like on again, off again, walking, getting on and off of moving sidewalks and stuff. If it takes you about 20 minutes to get there, that's the equivalent of running your 1 amp thing to recharge your battery for 20 minutes. Yeah, it'll get you another 10% or so. So, yeah, it's not too unrealistic. Like, you're going to keep, 90% of the work's going to be done with the pre-charge, and maybe you'll get an extra 10% out from all of your, airplaning around. But yeah, it's not insignificant. And I think the math actually kind of works out. So that's cool. That part works. Let's talk about the rest of the bag. Like I said, I don't like the fabric. I don't like the little thingamajig here for the suits. Yeah, I don't know if that really works. You can apparently power. This is also Hong Kong. You can, if you have a USB-C enabled thing with the right power adapter, you could actually power your laptops. Not very long, but you could. So what do I think? Not too bad. Not too bad. Except, let's get to the painful part. Let's talk about shopping. The Rollogo Escape, ouch, $800. Okay. Forget about everything I just said because that's just way too high. Actually, I knew it was $800, but yeah, you could get a not fancy pants suitcase and buy like 10 power banks that can do everything this one can do and better, and you would still spend not even $200, $300. I mean, you can get some fancy luggage for more, but it would be like a Rowena or a Samsonite or something super steel case, whatever type, fancy professional grade stuff. This is kind of, I guess it's a name, but not really a famous name, with some bells and whistles, and it's $800. So yeah, that's the reason not to get it. Reason to get it is the little generator thing's kind of nifty. Design otherwise seems okay. So anyway, you guys probably don't care, but I'm going to say I like the fact that it's innovative, just don't like the execution. Oh, but I will give them kudos for not doing crowdfunding. Just straight up make it an e-commerce thing. I like that. So I'll give them some credit for that. Okay, so that's it for today. Give us a like and consider following us on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe and GoKickMedia.com for our newsletter. Okay, bye.